Welcome back everybody to the Mullet River Sprint Track. A little bit different today. We have 2 new cars and 4 second chance cars. But in order to figure out which 4 second chance cars are going, we're going to go by how many points they scored in the first round. Cupcake got 20, Bongo and Jeff Headroom are also going through with 18. Uncle Elvis, Lone Star, and Tiffany all scored 16. So we're going to do a little runoff between those 3 to decide who gets the race today. All 3 will get 1 chance down the track. The fastest lap will move on. Tiffany's up first. These are all in real time, so here we go. And Tiffany's time is a 4.9807. Let's see if Uncle Elvis can beat that. Uncle Elvis's time is a 4.7207. So right now Uncle Elvis would be moving on, but Lone Star can still knock him out. Lone Star scores a 4.7973, which cannot beat Uncle Elvis. Uncle Elvis will be racing today. Alright everybody, here's your racers for the Super Rad 80s Sprints Group 4 of Round 1. Our first car is Chief from Code 3 Motorsports, driving a 1989 Porsche 944 Turbo. Then we have the Crazy Canuck from the A-Team, driving a 1980 Chevy El Camino. Cupcake from Rust Belt Diecast Racing, driving a 1984 Pontiac called Wanna Fanta. Bongo from Bongo Motorsports, driving a 1984 Toyota MR2. Jeff Headroom of Z World Racing, driving a 1986 Ferrari Testarossa. And Uncle Elvis from Uncle Elvis Racing, driving a 1987 Buick Regal. Here's our rules for today. 6 laps per round. The grid rotates clockwise. First place gets 7 points. Second place gets 5 points and on down. Top 3 will advance. Please remember to like and subscribe. Here's your lap 1 grid. Chief and Crazy Canuck in the front row. Cupcake and Bongo in the second row. Jeff Headroom and Uncle Elvis in the third row. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chief will be starting in pole position. And Chief takes us down. No, make that the Crazy Canuck takes us down to the carousel. Through the Phil Collins corner and through Champs. The Crazy Canuck takes lap 1, Bongo in second, and everybody kind of piled up behind Bongo. Let's see what happened here. The Crazy Canuck and Bongo both get really good starts coming down to the carousel. Uncle Elvis also makes his way past Chief, going through the hard left, and through the Phil Collins corner. Bongo gets sideways and just boxes everybody up. It's a really close between Chief and Uncle Elvis on who finished third. We're going to have to take a look at that at the finish cam. All 6 racers did finish the lap. Uncle Elvis just barely got by Chief to take third. And behind them, it's Cupcake and Jeff Headroom. Let's take a look at your lap 2 grid. Crazy Canuck and Bongo are in the front row. Chief and Uncle Elvis are in the second row. Cupcake and Jeff Headroom are in the third row. The Crazy Canuck is your points leader, and he does have pole position going into this next lap. Here they go. The Crazy Canuck takes him down to the carousel. Gets another great start. Going through Champ's corner, the Crazy Canuck takes another lap with Bongo right behind him again. Jeff Headroom is upside down in Champ's corner, and there is Chief off the track. Let's see what happened. The Canuck takes him down to the carousel. Bongo falls behind him. You can see here that Jeff gets into Chief, and Chief retaliates, flipping Jeff over. But Chief cannot recover and then heads right off the Phil Collins corner, getting some air tonight. Chief does a 180 kickflip and lands on his wheels. And Jeff keeps on sliding all the way down into Champ's corner. Here's your finishing order for lap 2. It was the Crazy Canuck, Bongo, Uncle Elvis, and then Cupcake. Your grid for lap 3, Bongo and Uncle Elvis up front. Crazy Canuck and Jeff Headroom in the middle. Chief and Cupcake are in row 3. Your current leader is still Crazy Canuck with 14 points. Here we go with lap 3. Bongo in pole position heads on the carousel, but Uncle Elvis beats him there and takes the whole shot. Through Champs, Uncle Elvis is way in front of everybody else. I believe the next 2 drivers were Bongo and then the Crazy Canuck. We're gonna have to see here in the replay. Uncle Elvis just beats Bongo on the drag race down to the carousel. gets around them, and then Bongo just gets sideways, which once again groups everybody together. They finally get separated into a single file line heading through Champs. You can see here through the Phil Collins quarter what kind of lead that Uncle Elvis had coming through there. Your finishing order is Uncle Elvis, Bongo, the Crazy Canuck, Cupcake, Jeff Headroom, and then Chief. Your grid for lap 4, Uncle Elvis and Jeff Headroom in the front row, Bongo and Cupcake in the second row, Crazy Canuck and Chief in the third row. Crazy Canuck still your leader. Bongo and Uncle Elvis are actually tied for second. Uncle Elvis leads them down to the carousel, takes the whole shot into the hard left. Somebody flips over and Cupcake is challenging for the lead. Uncle Elvis still takes the lap, Cupcake second, and I believe Jeff Headroom got third. There's a big pile in the Champs corner. Let's see what happened that causes triple DNF. The group stays together going down to the carousel, then Uncle Elvis gets the whole shot and just takes off. Cupcake flies past Jeff and Chief gets into the back of the Crazy Canuck, which starts a chain reaction of both flipping him and Bongo going through the Hang 10 corner. And they're all sliding upside down going through Phil Collins. Chief can't make it by the Crazy Canuck or Bongo, so they all pile up down in the Champs corner. Let's take a look again at the finish. Cupcake was really flying and caught up to Uncle Elvis. Needed a little bit more time to pass him. Uncle Elvis did take it with Cupcake and then Jeff Headroom behind him. Lap 5 grid, Jeff Headroom and Cupcake in the front row, Uncle Elvis and Chief in the middle row, Bongo and Crazy Canuck in row 3. Uncle Elvis is your new leader going into lap 5. Here we go. Jeff Headroom is in pole position, but Cupcake is challenging. Cupcake taking the whole shot. Chief spins around. Bongo runs off the course. Cupcake takes the lap. I'm not sure what happened to the Crazy Canuck. He just kind of disappeared. We're gonna have to see what happened here. Everyone has a good start going down to the carousel. Cupcake passes Jeff going down the hill. This is where Chief goes for a 360 spin, and Bongo just drives himself right off the Phil Collins corner. Oh, and there goes the Crazy Canuck to right in front of Bongo. Bongo did like a board slide right off Phil Collins' corner. We don't have a finish cam for this lap, so right here you can see it's Cupcake, Jeff, Chief, and then Uncle Elvis. Your lap 6 grid will be Cupcake and Chief in the front, Jeff Headroom and the Crazy Canuck in the middle, Uncle Elvis and Bongo in row 3. Uncle Elvis is still your current leader. Here we go with lap 6. For some reason, Cupcake has his front end on top of the starting gate. He's neck and neck with Chief. He gets the whole shot down to the hard left. The Crazy Canuck challenges Chief and flies off the track. Cupcake takes a lap with Chief right behind him, and Jeff Headroom behind Chief. It looks like Uncle Elvis is upside down blocking Bongo. Let's see what all happened here. Going through the carousel, Cupcake has a lead, and it looks like Crazy Canuck is already off the track there. Gets back on the track, tries to block Chief, and gets thrown off the other side of the track. In the meantime, Uncle Elvis flips going through Champ's corner. There goes Crazy Canuck. Chief gets sideways and Champ's bottling everybody up. Is somehow able to finish with Jeff. But in the meantime, Uncle Elvis gets flipped over. Let's see how that shakes up the final points for this group. And here's your final point standings for Group 4 of Round 1. Congrats to Cupcake, Uncle Elvis, and Crazy Canuck for moving on. Thanks Jeff Headroom, Bongo, and Chief. Cupcake did have your fast lap of the day with a 5.1116. That means Lone Star is still going to hold on to that current track record. We appreciate you guys sticking with us today. Join us next time for Round 2 of the Super Rad 80s Sprints. See you next time.